This is CBS 4 News at 7.
As we've previously reported, the FBI issued a bulletin warning of armed protests planned in the capital cities of all 50 states. Today, Governor Ron DeSantis says violence will not be tolerated in Florida.
Oh, if there's any type of disorder, we will have the reinforcements there. I don't know that I've gotten anything specific for it, but that would not be advisable. So if you riot, you are going to jail, and you're going to have to spend time in jail. If you assault law enforcement in a violent assembly, you're going to definitely go to jail.
Even with the governor's warning, some state lawmakers are expressing concern about potential violence. CBS 4's Carly Barnett has more on that. Carly.
Lauren, in light of these potential threats, we spoke to some state lawmakers to see how they're preparing. And as I learned, they are not taking this lightly. After what the country saw last Wednesday at our nation's capital, now state capitals fear they may fall victim to similar violence. According to the FBI, threats of armed protests are in all 50 state capitals leading up to President-elect Biden's inauguration next Wednesday.
The governor and FDLE are working together along with the House of Representatives and the Senate. Luckily, session or committee weeks will not be taking place on the day of the inauguration, so the Capitol will not be filled with legislators as it was in Washington, D.C.
Republican State Representative Daniel Perez of Florida's 116th district in Miami-Dade says he is not concerned about their safety and does not believe the events of January 6th will be repeated.
What happened about a week ago was more of an anomaly than a normality. I don't think that is the average American. I don't think that's the average Republican or the average Democrat. I thought those were a very specific group of individuals, and I don't expect that to be the norm, nor do I expect that on the day of the inauguration next week.
Democratic State Senator Gary Farmer of District 34 in Broward says he is concerned for his safety and that of his colleagues, blaming President Donald Trump.
We are in a very dangerous place right now, in large part, almost exclusively due to the rhetoric and the encouragement of the President of the United States.
When it comes to the impeachment proceedings that may move forward by Wednesday, here's what they each had to say.
I think President-elect Joe Biden has a unique opportunity to unify the country, which we so often heard from him throughout his campaign. Now he has a time to prove it and put his money where his mouth is and truly unify the country. And bringing in the impeachment process does the absolute opposite.
This is not something that we need to look the other way in the interest of unity. They've created this disunity. They have fomented this unrealistic, unfactual belief by these people that they need to take over our government.
Meanwhile, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement issued a statement that reads, "We are aware of the information regarding possible protests and violence at state capitals. FDLE and Capitol Police continue to monitor the national situation and analyze information relevant to public safety. We regularly collaborate with our federal, state, and local partners to discuss and implement security measures that enhance public safety at Florida's capital." Now, at this time, they are not pointing to any one credible threat, but they do say that the FBI's warnings have put them on notice in order to prepare accordingly. For now, outside of the FDLE headquarters in Miami, Carly Barnett, CBS 4 News.